Well, I'm almost done. So my geraniums are planted. I think you saw me doing those. Got my little chair back. I love my little olive tree. The only thing is I can't plant it into the pot until I drill a hole at the bottom of the pot. Some of these ancient jars actually don't have a drainage hole. And I've got those cute little feet for this one as well, but it does have to have that, and so does the one downstairs. So I'm not physically planting them until I've done that, obviously. So that will be later. I just want to check how to do that properly. And then I've obviously got my little rosemary plants on the steps, like I said I would. And there's my lovely jar down there. I'll come over the other side. So it's sitting there waiting to be planted up by the arch, and it will look gorgeous. But again, need to drill a hole into that one as well. Oh, I just love my little outlook here. It's so quaint and so Tuscan, isn't it? Just love it. This is in the heart of Chianni. You can stand here and watch these wonderful things happen as if you're lost in the country and yet you're right in the heart of the village. That's quite a steep climb he has there to the top of his olive grove. But how glorious. Can you believe this rosemary bush going out of the side of this wall, this stone wall? I can't believe I hadn't noticed that before. Sometimes all of a sudden things just take your eye. And it's full of flowers. It's so healthy. And then, I hope that's coming into focus. My friends have planted the most gorgeous sort of exotic plant out the front of their house, as well as lots of oranges and kumquats and things. It's so pretty. And then that's looking back down just to where I was standing before, with the lovely olive grove behind. Gosh, just in 2 days, literally. I was here the other day looking at this wisteria and it was all in bud. Do you remember? Because I showed you that beautiful, beautiful blossom behind the wall against this blue sky. And now the wisteria is just coming into full bloom and it's just gorgeous and it's full of bees. Cloudy and stormy today, although we didn't get a storm here, but someone did tell me that it's been very, very stormy in some other places. We're quite lucky here. We seem to be very protected by the mountain range and only get storms if bad ones come in from the sea, but that didn't happen today. Oh, I just love this lush growth everywhere at the moment. It's so green. If you don't like the colour green, don't come to Chianni. It's just so beautiful. Good afternoon, buon pomeriggio from Chianni. It's a funny old day and I thought it was going to rain, so I didn't get the paintbrush out, and then it seemed to be clearing up, so I thought let's get out the paintbrush and finish this job that I started just last year of doing around the doorway. So I'm almost done, and then I thought, oh gosh, I haven't been showing you what I'm up to. I get stuck into things and then I forget. So I know it's just a little job, but I know you like to know what I'm up to. So I thought I'd just let you see. And had a little bit of a kind of disappointment today and was feeling a bit low, and painting and doing things to the house and ticking boxes off little jobs really cheers me up. So that's why I'm doing this and keeping myself occupied. And I'll have a heart-to-heart with you next time I make a vlog, but for the moment I'd rather just wait and be active and get on with stuff. There we go. Oh, that looks so much brighter now, doesn't it? Don't you think? It's just the little things sometimes that just brighten things up. I'm so happy that I came out and did that this afternoon. I know there's so much more that we need to be doing, and I've got my new little basket. I forgot to show you that as well. Thank you, friends, from Buy Me a Coffee. Yet another thing from that budget that you've allowed us to do. So thank you so much. It's starting to really come together, isn't it? Little bits and pieces everywhere. Oh, there's my lovely little rosemaries. I'll just take you downstairs a second. And I also, while I had the paint, that gas box and water box, they were just like dirty silver aluminium. So I had enough of the same colour paint that I'd mixed up. So I thought I'd just freshen those up as well and give them a nice clean look as well. So once the lovely jasmine is planted, which I'm just waiting for my lovely neighbour to get his drill bit out and help me make that hole, because I just haven't got the right drill bit. That's going to start going crazy and growing like that over the arch. Give us a lovely green arch. All the other little flowers will start to thrive and get prettier and prettier. And then one day this beautiful facade will be all lovely stone, just like our neighbours' houses. So just like that. But we're not quite there yet. So in the meantime, I'll just make it as pretty as possible, which it really is a pretty little house anyway, so I know it's going to look a lot better, but in the meantime, I think it's going to look lovely, and it's got a nice patina on it, as they say. So let's just enjoy the lovely Tuscan beauty that we have. For a little walk to be able to send some messages, because the reception at home is no good, and gives me a chance just to have a little walk just before I get ready to sort of shut shop, so to speak, for the evening. So it's all quiet out here because it's cold this evening, so no one's obviously sitting outdoors, but the restaurants are packed inside because I just saw so many people waiting to get in. It's incredible. So really busy. The ones that are open. This is Chianni Bistro that I was talking to the people outside the other day, if you remember. So there you go. Buonasera. Buonasera. They're so cute. Really nice guys working in there. There we go. Anyway, back down the little streets to home. Buongiorno. Another wonderful day here in Chianni. Really spring day, and the sun has some nice warmth to it. Look what I've got on the floor. So this morning, this lovely man from Elettropiccoli is here at my house and installing my satellite dish on the roof, so I'll have internet to get in contact with all of you. I'm so excited. So it goes in through, which surprised me, they use the same exit as the TV antenna. I think it's just for the actual access on the roof, because the antenna's little thing here is on the wall to put the TV there, and so they're using the same wires to go up to the actual antenna on the roof to fit the satellite dish. And as you can see, it's only a very, very small dish, but obviously does a good job. Oh, fingers crossed, folks, because it's been a difficult thing here, being here with no contact with people and having to go for walks, even in the evening on my own at night, just to get a bit of reception. So if this now turns my life around, you'll be getting more vlogs and I'll be having more fun. It's quite a tight squeeze up there, so my throat is still a little bit froggy this morning. So I won't get in his way, but I will go up and show you after. I just don't want to go up and film while he's working on the roof because he's up very, very high and I don't want to be putting him off his job, if you know what I mean. So I'll just leave him quietly to get on with it and I'll film and show you what's going on up there afterwards. So at the moment, I'm on the balcony because you can see that's sort of one story up, but actually 2 stories up if you go further down at the front of the house because the land slopes down into the village. And then up on the next level, you've got our bedrooms. The next level up is the attic. And up there on the roof is where that young man is bravely fishing my satellite dish. So as you can see, I did not want to disturb him because it's quite a long way down to ground level. Buonasera. It's Saturday evening. It's just turned just after 6 and I've been invited down to have a drink with some of the locals. I think I actually got a little bit of a suntan today. I sat outside for so long talking to David today and to Mum, and I actually looked in myself in the mirror and I thought, oh, I've got a little tiny bit of colour. But I'm wrapped up this evening because even though it's been a really warm day and it's mild, I know once I get tired that I'll start to feel the cold because I'm still not acclimatised yet. So anyway, walking down to the bar now and I'll show you what a Saturday night looks like in Chianni. Oh, that was lovely. I actually didn't film because there was quite a few people down there and it's really hard to film and not catch people out, and don't want to be asking people if they mind being on YouTube, so I just left it be. But I had an Aperol Spritz. It was my first one in a week. I've been a good girl. I think I was so jet lagged the last few days before, like I've been fine the last couple of days, but beforehand just couldn't handle one. But tonight was perfect and the weather was lovely, so really nice sitting outdoors, plenty of people about. And but I've come home. I was asked if I'd like to go out for dinner and I actually just feel like being at home this evening. I've got the internet, as you'll see by me posting my videos, and I just feel like being a homebody and posting my lovely vlog for you all for tomorrow, and probably just chilling, maybe watching some Netflix, you know, something like that. It's funny, you know, sometimes when you're on your own, I am sociable, but I miss David. I'd rather be going out with him. So for the moment, I just stay in. But I do have a lovely outing tomorrow, a lovely lunch, a birthday lunch out at a beautiful restaurant here in Chianni that I've not tried yet. It was one that David and I didn't get to last year. Wonderful chef, fantastic restaurant, gorgeous setting. Really looking forward to trying that. So I will try and do a little bit of filming at that tomorrow, which will probably appear in next week's vlog, I hope. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'll say good evening. I'll get indoors and get comfy. Sunday morning cappuccino, and now I'm off to Pisa with a friend. So this is departures at Pisa International Airport, which is called Galilei International Airport, as you can see by the sign. And some beautiful friends of mine from Chianni have brought me here today to do a pickup of something I've been waiting for off Facebook Marketplace. The people will be here soon. Very excited. So as I said, I brought you here to Pisa International Airport this morning. Britt and Cherie, my lovely friends from Chianni, had to come to the airport, so they've brought me with them. And I'm meeting up with someone from Facebook Marketplace. Again, crazy me, I bought things from people before I even arrived in Italy, like I usually do. I saw this gorgeous article on the Facebook Marketplace here for my area and just couldn't go past it, so I begged the lady to hang on to it for me, which she did, which is so kind. And she's coming out on a Sunday morning to bring it to me here because she said this is a great place to meet and park easily for her as well. So I've just called her on the phone. She'll be here in about 10 minutes. So So in the meantime, I get to stand in this beautiful sunshine, which is so nice, and wait. And then I get to show you what it is I've bought. So it's another lovely thing for the house that's going to add again to the romance of our bedroom. So I don't know if you can guess what it is that I bought, but you'll soon see. Have a guess in the meantime. More romance for the room. Anyway, I'm going to sit here in this lovely warm sunshine, spring sunshine, and enjoy the time that I'm waiting, and I will show you that secret object very, very shortly. We're home. We managed to meet the people after much ado. They came for ages. Oh, how am I going to open this up though to show you without using one hand? You forget about these things, don't you, when you're holding a camera in your hand? I may not be able to open it all up. Hang on a second, I'll stop, I'll undo it, and then I'll show you. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a ciel de lit. You call it that in French. I think they call it a corona del letto in Italian. I'm not sure, like a bed crown. It's very heavy. It's beautiful quality. And these things are expensive to buy. I've been searching one for our bedroom for ages. Now, underneath these, you have, so you attach it to the wall, and then underneath, let's see if I can show you. Yes, can you see that? Yeah. So you have the little hooks that you attach whatever lovely draped curtain you like from either side, so it'll be above the bed and then the curtains fall either side. I've been wanting to do something like this over our bed because our bedroom is quite simple, as you know, and it wasn't a big enough room to take a lovely big, say, iron bed or something like that, but I thought there's plenty of wall space, so that's when I came up with this idea. But when I started researching them, they're really expensive unless you get a really, really sort of El Cheapo one, let's say, but you know, not nice quality and not what I wanted. I really did want something in timber that I thought looked beautiful, and I'm really pleased with this. It's very, very good quality, and it was a bargain. I found it on Facebook Marketplace, but I had to get up to Pisa because the people lived even further north than there, and they were more than happy to meet me halfway, which was so kind of them. So that's where I've been this morning, and we got home a little bit late, so now I'm rushing off to a beautiful lunch at a lovely restaurant that I think I told you about the other day I've never been to before, La Locanda del Gallo. So I'm very excited about having Sunday lunch there, but I really just wanted to quickly show you this first. So there we go. So in coming days, when I get someone to help me, that will be going up above the bed, and then going off to buy some lovely fine silky or linen. I'm not sure yet. I wait and see when I get to the store what kind of lovely curtains I get to drape either side of the bed, and that will transform the room, I think. Don't you think? Anyway, there we go. Off to lunch now. So we have just arrived at La Locanda del Gallo. The sign is up there. We've come the back way. There's a big car park here because they hold weddings and all sorts of things. And look at the vistas. It's a very grey day, so it's not looking as gorgeous as it should, but it's beautiful all the same. And we're just headed in now to have a lovely Sunday lunch. I can't wait to see, because I've heard so many wonderful things. Now, normally, of course, you could be eating outside here, but because of the weather today, it looks like all the seating's inside. There you go. Beautiful.
Mr. Toscano, that's a plate, mixed plate, composed by Tuscany nuts, seasoned salami with feathered seeds that we call finocchiona. 4 different kinds of crostini. Crostini are slices of bread toasted and topped with different kinds of homemade sauces like chicken liver pate, the caramelized onions, the leek sauce, and the pesto of lard. Pesto of lard, it's a pesto made with pork lard mixed with rosemary, vinegar, black pepper, and a little bit of garlic.
Oh my goodness. So I hope you can hear me. I'm having a cholesterol dish, but I couldn't resist it. It's ravioli. They have potato inside, and they have a pecorino, and it's been aged for, I can't remember how many years, a very aged pecorino sauce, and butter. I mean, Dad, look after me please, because the cholesterol is just crazy. But how beautiful. And just to show you a few of these other dishes. Oh, what was that one, Joanne? What was that one? Pepperpozo.
So the beef shank.
Beef shank.
For 12 hours.
And then Jason has the pork with apple that sounded lovely. With fennel, was it? With fennel?
Yeah.
And then Cherie has a beautiful cecchi style soup. It's a Tuscan, almost like a Tuscan minestrone, I suppose, with chickpeas, yes. And I think, looks like Tara's having the same as me. Anyway, the menu is just insanely good, and I just can't wait to start. I just wanted to explain that on this dish, I know it's a mess, they are not spinach, although they look like spinach. They are bitter herbs which have been collected out in the fields. So are wonderful for your health, especially your liver, which I felt I needed after eating all those cheese ravioli, which were to die for. But they are wonderful. I just wanted to let you know that they were really, really, really good. Oh my gosh, I'm as full as a gook, as my gran used to say. I've just had the most amazing lunch. It's so beautiful. The food was extraordinary, and the freshness of the ingredients, and just the mixtures of things that I've never had before, which I love trying things that are new to me. I've eaten so much food around the world, so I really love when you find something that's a new combination of flavors and textures and things like that. It was wonderful. And Simone, the beautiful chef, has actually offered me the opportunity to come back and do a lovely video of him cooking in the kitchen, which will be awesome. So he said, let's get together this week. So I'll see when I can find time. So it'll be in a future vlog, but very soon, that hopefully I get to do a beautiful kitchen cooking deal with the wonderful chef here at La Laconda. And I just wanted to spin the camera around and show you the extraordinary setting that we're in. It's just so beautiful, and it's a real spring day where actually I feel hot. I've got a little vest on and I actually feel really warm today. So I'm hoping I haven't got spinach in my teeth. Bitter herbs? No. Sometimes I film things and I think I haven't got my glasses on, and I think, oh gosh, I hope I haven't got something stuck in my teeth. You would all tell me, wouldn't you? I know all my lovely friends out there would say, Marisa, you had something in your teeth. Anyways, let me spin around and show you this beautiful outlook. So just so you understand, you can hear a motorbike going by. This is actually on the road out of Chianni, this restaurant. So we just walked up here. Well, actually, we walked part of the way, and then we did actually come up the last little bit in the car because we were hot and bothered. But it's a really simple walk. It's in the village, but just on the road leading out. But you're literally just sitting here overlooking the whole of these beautiful valleys, and it's just spectacular. I'll spin around to show you where we are, where I'm standing now. So the Locanda is this beautiful building, which is really quite large. We are sitting in that room there, which in summer, all of those glass doors are concertina doors, so they actually are all open to the air. And this area here, where you can sit outside in the terrace, also has a very large, as you can see, there's an arm there, has a large like umbrella that hangs over to shade you, so you're sitting in the shade. But it's really beautiful. Another little shady area over there where those ladies are sitting. And then there's a big car park where I walked in before. They also do rooms here, I believe, which I wasn't aware of. But when I come back and talk to Simone, their chef, and spend a couple of hours with him here while he's cooking, I will get all the rest. I'm standing in the shade of the olive tree because that sun is hot. I'll get the lowdown on everything else and let you know. So there we go. Buona domenica. I now need a digestivo to make all that food go down. Jason made this gorgeous cake. It's a carrot cake with yogurt.
You leave the cake out in the rain?
In the rain.
Well, Jason's carrot cake slash pudding is just wonderful. He's done a beautiful job, and I'm going to grab some yogurt. Buongiorno. Hello everyone. Today is Liberation Day here in Italy, which is also known as Anzac Day for us back in Australia and New Zealand. So it's another one of those very quiet public holidays, like most places in the world. When there's a public holiday, nothing's open, it's very peaceful, not many cars about, not many people about. It's a cold day today actually here. Well, it's 16 degrees, but there's a wind chill factor. So I've come out for a brief walk just to not be sat inside. Just to tell you a really quick little story, but I've had a couple of very quiet days sat inside. And the reason being is, as most of you have realised so far, I'm here on my own at the moment because of work commitments, and for both David and I, in fact. And then yesterday, suddenly, I got the news that David's poor mum, beautiful mum, June, had left us, had passed away. And as you can all imagine, when I'm here in Italy and he's over the other side of the world, and we can't be together for me to comfort him in particular in this moment, it was really tough. I had a tough day yesterday coping with the fact that I wasn't there for him. And that's one of the things that happens when you're separated and, living the expat life, so to speak, and perhaps can't always be together, that we knew there'd be moments that would be challenging, but we hadn't actually thought about something quite so challenging as this, as losing such a dear loved one and not being there. And just last week I got the internet here, so that's why my videos started up again, and you can just imagine my relief to have that and to at least be able to FaceTime with David and comfort him in some way, whatever way I possibly could, just to be there and to look into each other's eyes and to cry together and to express how we were feeling. So I asked David if I should share this, and he agreed with me, yes, because some of you have become so dear to us, honestly, really, really good friends. It's incredible how people across the world can reach out and become so dear to one another, and you're so kind and generous to us in so many ways that we felt that when something happens like this, we can't always be at our best. We can't always be at our best and always be looking our best or feeling our best, or just be as cheery as we normally would be. And so therefore we thought we would share this poignant moment for us in our lives. David's mum was very elderly. I told you we went to visit her last year, and we didn't share that story because of course it was very private, but she was in amazing health for a person of her age at 95. But she left us really peacefully and silently the other night, which is a way at 95, I think, is a beautiful way to leave this world. And obviously she'll be dearly missed, but where we know that she'll be now at rest. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's life. So I just wanted to let you know that if I haven't filmed anything in the last couple of days and there might be a bit of a gap, in days that I can't remember what day of the week it is. It's because I've had a couple of days where I've been a bit off the air and off the planet. Thank you so much for all your kind support. We really feel your love from around the world.